Hello Internet, and welcome to my latest movie review, that being a Pitch Perfect 2, starring alongside Angel 88878, woo! AKA my sister. You may remember from some of my previous videos for any of the early subscribed people on the channel, including her. Yes.
Because I'm a good sister and I like to be supportive.
So Pitch Perfect 2 pretty much begins 3 years after the events in the first Pitch Perfect movie. We see the Barn Bellas doing this whole presidential birthday type thing in front of the president. Something goes wrong. We see Amy's vag. Not really though, because it's PG-13 and we're not supposed to see that in a PG-13 movie. So moving on.
Moving on!
And after the events that happen at that presidential ball and so on and so forth, we get the essential plot of the movie, which is do this, do that, bad guys lose, good guys win, yada yada yada. Whereas in the first film did it pretty well, had some really good acapella in this. The second film, however, does it okay-ish, but the acapella in this one is amazing.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's just mind-boggling in some parts. It's just like, okay.
Hell, the one thing that we have to address here right now,
yes,
is that the Bard and Bellas are not the best acapella group in this movie.
No.
The rest of the acapella groups that are shown in the movie, not as good. The best acapella group, the best singing group in this entire film, Das Sound Machine. They're a German group in the movie, and they kick absolute ass. It's if Hans Zimmer decided to conduct an a cappella group. It's amazing.
Like, literally, the first note that they did, I was like,
how?
Oh my god. Like,
it's
holy
amazing.
Holy.
It's amazing. So many, it was like, I came here to see that. Boom! Boom!
Who needs to see anything else? That should be the movie right there. Just those few seconds. Boom! Like, who needs a movie?
Yeah. By the way, we're gonna be really stupid throughout this review, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So, yeah.
Yeah. There were some really dumb points in this movie, though, as well. Like, and some parts that I felt were really not necessary.
Some of these unnecessary moments being a few of the scenes in which they're trying to get romance out of this in a few characters, such as in the trailers we try and see this sort of budding romance between the character Bumper and Fat Amy, which is no. Just
they
no.
Have no. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It works in a comedic sense in some way in the writer's mind, but it just didn't for me.
Okay, in the trailer, I didn't really think that it was gonna be a romance at all. I just thought, oh, he wants to have sex with her. That's kind of, it's not surprising.
Not surprising. He's maybe drunk.
Yeah, that too. And then her, like, the wink thing, like, whatever. Like,
it's like, it may be just a quick, like, few seconds in the movie, and it's probably just gonna go away.
But in the movie, they try to make it seem like they actually have something going on. It's just like that, but it doesn't really last long, and it just doesn't make any sense. And then they move on to something else. It literally, if you left it out, nobody would notice a thing.
It's the same thing with another romance that takes place in the movie between like the nerd. I forget what these two characters' names are.
He's a magician.
He's like the magician nerd guy from the first movie. And then there's this new girl, played by Amy Seinfeld in
Haley.
Haley Seinfeld. Steinfeld. Shut up. Played by Haley Steinfeld in the movie, and there's sort of like a romance going on there, but it's the same thing. It's like, if you had left this out of the movie, nothing would have changed.
But at least theirs was a little more subtle, and I didn't mind it too much.
Theirs was subtle, and it had more realism to it.
Yes, it was a lot more realistic in a sense. It's like,
yeah, I can buy this, because, like, whenever I tried to ask out a girl or something like that, I'm like, I just can't get words out.
There were some characters in here also that I felt
Weren't necessary to be in there.
Well,
such as, there was a Mexican chick, or Puerto Rican, or whatever.
Guatemalan,
whatever. I don't care. Her jokes, her character, completely unnecessary. Just throw her out of the script, and you would have had a much better movie. Because all she's there to do is just spout jokes about her being Puerto Rican or Guatemalan or whatever the fuck her ethnicity is. I'm just gonna call her the Mexican chick. That's all I'm gonna call her, is just the Mexican chick, because that's all she is in the movie, and she always just spouts jokes about herself for the sake of being really racially insensitive, I guess. Also, the commentators that were from the first movie are here again, and their dialogue between each other is just worse in this one, in my opinion. It's like, there are a few jokes that are like, oh, that works.
There's a lot of forced insults towards each other.
In which, like, the forced insults in the first one were like, okay, this is pretty clever. They had some clever writing, pretty witty dialogue between these two. But in this one, it just feels way too forced, and it almost makes me feel like the writers were really too incompetent to try and come up with stuff. It's like, oh, let's have the guy make some more sexist jokes about women, and all that sort of stuff. It's just, it just really didn't fly off the paper for me.
A few positives about the movie.
I
liked the riff off.
The riff off was, in my opinion, the best scene.
Yes.
It was the best scene in the entire movie, mostly for the fact that it's like, we can really see the talent of these people. Also, from the trailers, we see, like, this group of, like, muscly, burly men and everything. That's the Green Bay Packers. That's a spoiler for the movie, but I really don't care.
Kind of not. They're seen in the trailers, but they're not, I mean...
They weren't explained who they are. It's,
but if you know about the Green Bay Packers, then you're gonna know that that's some of them is the Green Bay Packers. I mean,
the one thing I did not expect in this movie is that they actually have good singing chops on them. It's like, they're not just muscly, burly men. It's like, they actually sing pretty well and everything, which I was pleasantly surprised by that. However, just the riff off in general, I liked that scene. It really showed off the talents of each of these groups and everything, and I just really like the concept of having these riff-offs between different acapella groups, especially when you have to come up with songs right then and there and everything. It's like you have to practice out these songs, yes, but you kind of have to know the harmonies almost right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, that was a really interesting point in the movie. But by far the one group that was keeping the movie afloat was supposed to be the Barton Bellas, and it's like, they have likability. I still really like most of the characters in the Barton Bellas, but the best group in the movie, of course, was still Das Sound Machine.
Yes.
Their sound is incredible. I want the soundtrack to this movie solely because of Das Sound Machine.
I just want to hear their songs.
Yeah.
Nothing else but their songs. They're just amazing. I was just absolutely floored.
Yeah. Alright, so the final verdict of Pitch Perfect 2, I am going to give two stars. I'm going to give 2 stars. What do you think?
I'm not going to do stars. I'm going to do...
like, out of 10 rating or something?
I'm going to do grades.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a C+.
Okay, guys, so that was our little review of Pitch Perfect 2, just touching on a few plot points, not really trying to give everything away, but, we just wanted to touch on a few points that we thought were just, not necessary to the movie, but, we just really thought, we really needed to touch on these. So what did you guys think of the review? Go down in the comments below and tell us what you thought. If you liked it, push that like button down below, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Have a great day.